Hey guys, Ashton here. I am finally back, and I'm doing another predictions video. I know I've been gone for a long time, but I want to do my prediction on Wrestlemania and Stand and Deliver. Also, I'm sick, so if I sound weird, that's why. Um, so I am recording this like 2 hours before the pre-show for Stand and Deliver happens. So I'm gonna have to do this real quick, and I have to upload the video. So first off, we have Stand and Deliver. By the way, these are all not going to be in what I think the match order is going to be in. These are just going to be random orders. Stand and Deliver. I have uh, Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez defeating Lash Legend, Jakar Jackson, JC Jane, Fallon Henley, Gigi Dolan, and Tatum Paxley. Now, this one was pretty difficult for me because I was wondering whether or not it was going to be Lash Legend and Jakar Jackson or Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez. I was really iffy on both of those two people, and I think it makes more sense for Jakara and Lash to win. But then I just started thinking more and more about Cora and Roxanne, and I think that they have a chance of winning this. So I am gonna go with Cora and Roxanne on this one. Uh, and then I got Hank and Tank versus Fraxium. Who do I think is going to win? I think Fraxium is going to win this. I actually posted something the other day on Twitter where I mentioned that if Fraxium did not lose the titles to Chase U for 18 days, they would have been the longest reigning NXT Tag Team Champions. So that's crazy to me. Upsettingly, that didn't happen. They've been champions for, I think, 273 days now. Hopefully that reign continues. I want them to be the longest reigning tag team champions. Then I have the D'Angelo family versus Dark State, which I think this one's obvious to me at least. I feel like Dark State's winning. I think that's pretty obvious. I think that Channing is going to betray Deanne or Tony. It's gonna either be Channing betraying Tony or like Tony betraying Channing. I don't know why that would make any sense, but it might make sense. Then I have Ricky versus Ethan. I'm a big fan of Ethan Page, so I sadly do believe that Ricky Saints is going to win this. Although that's really upsetting, I do think that's what's going to happen. Then I have Kalani Jordan versus Zarya versus Sol Ruka versus Izzy Dame versus Lola Vice and I said and and Thea Hale. So who do I think is going to win this? I was stuck on two people. I was stuck on Thea Hale and Sol Ruka. I was stuck between those two because Thea Hale just returned. It makes sense for her to win the title. And then there's Sol Ruka, who just won the Speed Championship, so maybe they might not give it to her because she's already a champion. I don't know. It was really difficult for me to decide, but I went with Sol Ruka. I think Sol Ruka's taking it. I'm a pretty big fan of Sol Ruka. I think that she has this. I really do think that she can win this. So I'm gonna go Sol Ruka. Then I have Stephanie Fakir versus Jordan Grace versus Julia versus Jada Parker. So I think I think that they can all win it. I think that they can all win the title. But I think that the one that I'm going to go with here is Jordan Grace. I'm leaning towards more to Jordan Grace because I think they want to have Stephanie Fakir and Julia on the main roster, and Jada Parker. Maybe, I guess. I don't know about Jada. But either way, I think that they want Stephanie and Julia on the main roster. And I don't think that should win it. So I'm going to say Jordan Grace should win it. Because, yeah, she should win it. Then I have Obafemi versus Trick Williams versus Javon Evans. This one was a little difficult for me because I think that they can all win it, but I think at the end of the day, they're making it a triple threat match so that they can get the title off of Oba. Or Oba. I don't know how you pronounce it. I think that that's how they're going to do it. So I'm just going to say this right here, right now. I think Javon Evans is going to win the title. I really am praying for Javon Evans to win the title. I'm a big fan of Javon. I really, really do hope that Javon Evans wins the match. I need him to. I need to win that NXT Championship. That's it for Stand and Deliver. Next up, we got WrestleMania. Oh yeah, let's do recap. So for Stand and Deliver, I guess Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez wins the four-way elimination match. Four-way elimination match, whatever the hell. Then I have Fraxium defeating Hank and Tank. Then I have Dark State defeating the D'Angelo family. Then I have Ricky defeating Ethan Page. Then I have Soruka defeating Kalani, Zarya, Izzy, Lola, and Thea. Then I have Jordan defeating Stephanie, Julia, and Jada. Then I have Javon defeating Oba and Trick. So yeah, little recap there. Next up, Saturday. This is going to be the first match of WrestleMania. And it's going to be Jey Uso versus Gunther. I do believe that this is confirmed, by the way, so that's why I said that. Jey Uso versus Gunther, who do I think is going to win it? I was thinking about this back and forth. This could really go to either man. I do believe that. But I do think that it would be weird for Gunther to defeat Jey Uso 4 times over and over again. That's just me. I do believe that that'd be a weird thing because he did it 4 times. That's weird, you know? Or sorry, he did it 3 times, right? He did 3 times, the 4th time's going to be at WrestleMania. Sorry, he did it 3 times. And it'd just be weird for Jey Uso to win the Royal Rumble after losing to him, 3 times. And then after losing to him 3 times, then at WrestleMania, he loses again after winning the Royal Rumble. I do think that's a little odd. Plus, I don't think it'll be a great way to start off WrestleMania with Gunther winning or keeping the title. That's just what I think. I think Jay's winning this. Then I have a Grande Americano versus Rey Mysterio. This was another one that I was pretty iffy on. I do believe that Rey Mysterio is going to pull this one out, though, only because I don't think they want to run with the El Grande Americano thing again. I do think that they probably will bring it up a little bit after, but probably for a month. And I don't think El Grande needs the win. Plus Rey Mysterio, it seemed like he got injured last night, so I really hope everything's okay with him. I don't know if the match will get taken off. I don't know. I don't know. But so far as it stands, Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano is happening, and I do believe it's going to be Rey Mysterio winning. Then I have the War Raiders versus the New Day for the Tag Team Championships. I do believe the New Day is going to pull this one out. I really do believe that the New Day are going to win the titles. I hope that they win the titles. I'm a really big fan of the New Day, and I became even a bigger fan when they dropped Big E because now they're heels. I'm a big fan. I've been a big fan since I became a wrestling fan. You know, I've always been a big fan of the New Day, so I'm really glad that that they're having this match at WrestleMania. Thank God for the New Day. But I really am pulling out and I'm really hoping for the New Day to win this match. Next up, we have Jade Cargill versus Naomi. Now this match, I was really hoping that that this match was going to be placed on Sunday, and that the Io versus Bianca versus Rhea match was going to happen on Saturday, because I was thinking to myself, if the Io versus Bianca versus Rhea match happens before, it's going to be the triple threat. It's going to be Bianca winning. That's what I thought. But they're placing them on 2 different days, with the Io versus Bianca versus Rhea match happening a day after. So this one can go to anyone. I do think that Naomi's going to win, though, because I don't think Jade Cargill has ever been pinned in a match before. I could be wrong about that, but I do think I'm correct. I don't think she's ever been pinned before, and I think a match against Naomi is definitely going to be the way to go. That's what I think. Then we have LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu. This one upsets me. I think I've been open about this, at least on Twitter. I've been open about this. I hate the Bloodline storyline. I feel like it's been dragged out for too long. I feel like that everyone who's in the bloodline gets handed opportunities just because they're part of the bloodline. Like, for example, whenever DIY won the tag titles, and then like 2 weeks after, the bloodline won the tag titles, only for them to do nothing with the fucking titles and then lose it like a month later. Like, it just wasn't fun. Yeah, like I've always been a fucking hater of the bloodline. It gave Cody Rhodes one of the worst parts of his title reign with Solo Sikoa. It's just not a fun time overall. It's not a fun time with the bloodline. I really don't like the bloodline. So the fact that Jacob's put in this position, it's not fun. But if you go on Twitter, you can see that some people were wanting to see Gunther versus Jay to be Gunther absolutely obliterating Jey Uso and just demolishing him in the match. That's what I think this match is going to be. I think this match is going to be Jacob Fatu absolutely obliterating and squashing LA Knight. That's what I think this is, because they're building up Jacob Fatu really fucking heavily. Like, really fucking heavily. So I do think that Jacob Fatu is going to pull out on this one. I think he's going to win the championship. And I'm going to be upset because I'm a really big fan of LA Knight as well. It's going to suck, okay? I'm going to watch it. I'm just going to be fucking pissed. But it's going to happen. It's like inevitable. There's no chance Jacob Fatu's losing. I don't think I've seen a single prediction saying LA Knight's going to win. Jacob Fatu is going to absolutely fucking obliterate LA Knight. 100%. Jacob's winning the title. I don't get it. It's fucking bloodline just shit. Okay. Next up, we have Tiffany versus Charlotte. This one's also kind of hard. I don't think I've ever been open about this, but I'm not a big fan of Charlotte. I tried it. Like, I think I get it, but I can't. Like, I don't get it. I'm not going to talk about all their previous promos or stuff. I'm just not a big fan of hers. I'm not also a big fan of Tiffany Stratton. I'm not a big fan of anyone in this match. I'm just kind of iffy on them. That's just how it is. I'm just kind of iffy. I do really hope Tiffany retains, though. So that's why I wrote down here, Tiffany's going to defeat Charlotte Flair. I'm just hoping out for them. Just hoping. Next up, we have Punk versus Roman versus Seth. Excuse me. Who do I think's going to win? So over the past few days, I have been pretty iffy on everyone. It was before, it was like, oh, Seth is not winning. And then last week happened. And then I'm like, okay, Seth might be winning. And then I'm just thinking to myself, well, Punk probably should get it. Roman should probably get it. I don't know. This one is the most difficult one for me, at least, to choose. Besides John and Cody, I feel like that this one is the second hardest to guess. But I think I'm gonna go with Punk. I'm gonna go with CM Punk here. I don't know. I really am hoping out for CM Punk. I'm a bigger fan of CM Punk than I am to either of these men here. So I'm really hoping out for CM Punk to win the match. Really hoping. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. Although Seth has been building up lately. He was there on SmackDown, so it may be him. I'm not too certain. Next up, we have Sunday. Tomorrow, we have Io Sky versus Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley. Who do I think is going to win this? I think that this one's pretty obvious to guess. I think it's pretty obvious to rule one out. Rhea Ripley is 100% not winning this. There is no chance in hell that Rhea Ripley wins this. I can't think of a fucking reality where Rhea Ripley wins this. There's no chance. No chance in hell. So Rhea Ripley's not winning. That leaves Bianca and Io. Who do I think is going to win between Bianca and Io? Io. I think Io Sky is going to 100% pull this off. And the reason why is the build-up to this. I think the entire build-up is the reason why I feel like, personally, should end with Io Sky winning. The entire build-up is basically Io Sky has been overshadowed. Io Sky hasn't been giving enough treatment. Io Sky has been fucking, has just been below everybody on this match. Everyone's overlooking her. So it'd just be kind of weird for Io to lose the match. oh, okay, so they were right to rule her out. You know, it was either like in kayfabe, it was either right to choose Bianca or Rhea. It wasn't okay to choose the underdog. Like that's why I feel like personally, Io Sky's going to win because the buildup has been Io Sky's been overlooked. Io Sky hasn't been treated right. Io Sky's been like overshadowed, overlooked, however you want to say it. It's just been between Bianca and Rhea. They only care about them instead of Io Sky because they gotta look at the other person in the picture. Um, that's just how I feel, though. You know, I don't know. So I do believe that Io Sky is going to win this and pull this off. Uh, Next up, we have Logan Paul versus AJ Styles. Um, I think AJ Styles is going to win this. I really hope that Logan Paul doesn't win this. Because AJ Styles has a weird history at WrestleMania where it's just kind of like one of his best matches was against Shane McMahon, excuse me, and then one of his other best matches were against The Undertaker. It's just, it's hard to tell who's going to win, but either way, that's just what I think. But I really do think that AJ Styles is going to pull this off. I really hope he pulls this off. Um, I am interested though, because Logan Paul at WrestleMania always brings out someone special. I hope he does that this year. I really hope he does, but this isn't a title match, or this isn't like someone like Seth Rollins. So I do hope though that he does bring them out, especially because his build, this WrestleMania build, has been really weird. At least for me, I feel like for me, I just like I was like, okay, well, it makes sense why they're having the match, and then Karrion Cross got in the mix, and then it was just kind of like, okay, now I don't know. I don't know. So I don't, the build's been weird. The build has been weird, but I do think AJ Styles is going to pull this off. Next up, we have the tag team title match between Liv, Raquel, and, Liv and Raquel, and then, Bailey and Lyra. Who do I think is going to win? I think, drum roll please. I said drum roll. Okay, it is going to be Bailey and Lyra. I think that they're going to win the tag titles, and that's also the reason why I chose Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez. That's why I chose them to win the match at Stand and Deliver, because I want them to face off against Bailey and Lyra Valkyria like later on, you know. So that's why I think Bailey and Lyra are going to win, and then we have Randy versus Anonymous. We don't know who this is yet. So, Randy versus Anonymous, who do I think is going to win? I think who's going to win is, this one's tough, but I think it's going to be Randy. I think that this one's going to be Randy. If I were to guess who the Anonymous person was, I think it would be someone like a Nick Aldis. I know they haven't been really building up to it, but I think it'd be cool for that to happen. I feel like it's either going to be Nick Aldis or Carmelo Hayes because he just won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. I feel like it's going to be either someone like him or someone like fucking better. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe more of a surprise return like an Aleister Black. Although I think that they actually teased that for the next SmackDown. So I don't know. Either way, I think Brady's going to pull off the win no matter what. Next up, we have Braun Breaker versus Dominic versus Penta versus Finn. Oh, okay, sorry. My F looks like a K. It was really weird. Okay, versus Finn Balor. I accidentally did spoil who I think is going to win this one. I think Dominic Mysterio is going to win this one. I think that there's one person in this match that you can roll out, and I think that one person is Braun Breaker. I think Braun Breaker is, or has been a very good champion, but I do think that the reason why they're having this Fatal 4-Way match is so that they can, have, like, someone else win the title without burying Braun, or ruining his momentum. Back to what I was saying, I really do think that they're doing this so they don't have to bury Braun or bury Braun. That's what I think. And, Finn Balor and Penta, I think they're both really good contenders for it, but I do really strongly believe that Dominic's going to win this one. And it's just going to be another faction winning another title. It's sad, but, You got to kind of go through it. The Judgment Day. They're gonna hold a lot of titles. Okay, they've been holding a lot of titles. It is what it is. But I do think that Dominic is gonna win this one. Next up, we have the Sin City Street Fight. Drew versus Damian. Who do I think is gonna win this one? I think who's gonna win this one. This one was pretty tough for me because Damian is like Triple H's baby. I don't know what the fuck it is. Damian gets pushed heavily from Triple H. I don't get it, but I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I personally don't see the appeal of Damian Priest, but I guess many other people do, or at least Triple H does. And I really am hoping Drew wins this one because I'm also a pretty big fan of Drew. So I really am hoping that Drew McIntyre is going to win this one. So who do I think is going to win this one? I do think the winner of this match is going to be Drew McIntyre. I think that Drew McIntyre is going to be the one to pull this off. Also, sorry for the cut again. Either way, back to what I was saying. I do think Drew McIntyre is going to win the Sin City Street Fight. At least I hope he wins it. I feel like that Triple H could go for a huge momentum boost with Drew McIntyre. So I really am hoping for Drew McIntyre. But that's just what that is. Then for the final match, I have Cody Rhodes versus John Cena. Who do I think is going to win this one? Cody Rhodes is my favorite professional wrestler. He's my favorite wrestler. And John Cena is the greatest of all time. John Cena is really good at what he does. And if you were to ask me a few days ago who I think would win the match, I would have told you Cody Rhodes was going to win the match. But over the past, I think 2 days, they showed the promo package for Cody and John, and the entire thing is basically about John. And back to what I was saying, so they showed the promo package between Cody and John, and the entire promo package was about John Cena. And whenever they do a promo package solely based on one wrestler, that wrestler usually tends to win. So I think, as sad as it sounds for me, as sad as it sounds for me at least, I do think John Cena is going to win this. I don't want him to. I was really hoping that this entire retirement tour is going to be him chasing the title, going after a 17th, and then winning it at SummerSlam, and then The Rock costing him, and then at the end of it, it's going to be The Rock versus John Cena's final retirement match. That's what I was hoping was going to happen. And it does seem like that's going to happen. Like, if they're showing it basically sold off of John Cena, it's just really upsetting because he hasn't won a fucking singles match in over 2000, since 2018, 19. And so it's weird for him to defeat the WWE champion in his first singles match win in over 6 years. But that's what happens. Although he got fucking absolutely demolished by Solo Sikoa, at Crown Jewel in 2023. I guess he's a different person now. He's a bad guy. So I do sadly think John Cena's going to win his 17th. That's just really upsetting for me because I'm a really big Cody fan. And I really do want him to retain. But I do sadly believe John Cena's going to win this. I don't want him to. I really hope I'm wrong. But I do sadly think John Cena is going to hold this or pull this off and just win the match. And then, it's just upsetting. For me, at least, it's just upsetting. I do think John's going to win it, though. And it's going to be by some tomfoolery, like The Rock coming in, helping him out. It is what it is, though. At the end of the day, it's sad to see. And especially after last night when the crowd was booing Cody. I did hear that Cody did pull the fans back, but it's just gonna I'm scared that the fans are gonna cheer if he does win it or when he wins it. If he does win it though, if John gets cheered, it's gonna ruin the entire purpose of the heel turn. And it's just, I really do hope that John Cena loses and then has to do an entire thing where he has to try to get the title in at SummerSlam. He main events, and then wins the title, wins the 17th title, and then like later on, like a month before his retirement tour, The Rock betrays him and then aligns with somebody else, and then it's John Cena versus Cody Rhodes, or John Cena versus The Rock, not Cody Rhodes. Um, that's just what I'm hoping at least. But then again, I saw the promo package. The promo package is, like I said, mainly focused on John Cena. Um, so that's just what that is. Plus I saw the promo package. I'm always into promo packages. I always like to watch the promo packages. This one wasn't it. I didn't really like this promo package. I like the ones where they focus on a single wrestler, which they did do in this one, but I like it when they have a song playing by it. Like for example, Cody Rhodes's thing like last year with Eyes Closed, and then Daniel Bryan's with Monster, or The Miz's like WrestleMania 27's where you like Don't Hate Me Now, or whatever the hell it was. You Can Hate Me Now, that's what it was. You Can Hate Me Now. That was a good one. I really did enjoy that one. So I do I did like that, but like the one that they showed here didn't have any music at all, like any music attached to it. It was just straight up them talking. I didn't like it. I didn't really care for it. Um, so yeah, I do believe that John's gonna win it. Sadly, I don't want him to. I really fucking don't want him to. But that does seem like the direction that it's going to go. Upsettingly. Um, and yeah, that's the end of my about 30-minute rant. I don't need a notebook no more. I guess I didn't need it because I just wrote down the results and I ranted on about who I wanted to win. Um, and yeah, I think that's the end of this. I think that's the end of this video. I see y'all guys next time. Bye.